everyone, welcome back to the kitchen. Today I am doing a little bit something different, filming style. Rick is not here because he's busy doing honeydew things, and I'm going to be making chicken and stuffing bake individual casseroles for my dad, who is an almost 86-year-old elderly gentleman who lives on his own, albeit a couple of blocks away from me. We want to make sure he has what he needs when he needs it, and he has good, nutritious food to pull from when he's hungry. I can't wait to show you how this all comes together. Hi everyone, welcome back to the kitchen. I'm Noreen and this is my kitchen. Today I'm going to do something a little bit different filming style wise because I am in the kitchen. I'm making some ready to eat casseroles for my dad, who is a single man who is going to be 86 years old on his next birthday. And I'm making these so that he can have good, wholesome, healthy meals available to him when he doesn't have the energy to cook or when he's busy or just tired. We're having to deal with an aging parent, and I want to make sure that he has what he needs. So today I'm going to be making him one of his favorites, which is a chicken and stuffing bake. And this is really simple. I have made a video of a chicken and stuffing bake a long time ago when I showed you how to get several meals out of 2 roasted chickens. So this is basically the same thing, but I thought it would be fun to just, do it again. So really, this is a dump and go recipe. It's very, very simple, and I hope you enjoy it. So, we all have these casseroles that we grew up with, and this is one of my dad's favorites. My mom used to make it for him often. And, everybody needs a new idea every once in a while. I just told my daughter that I was making this. She's like, "Oh, that sounds good. Do you have a recipe for it?" And of course I did. So I texted it to her and I made sure that she had it. But I have it, and I'm going to share the PDF with you. You'll be able to get a printable version of this down in the description box below the video. I will also leave a link in the first pinned comment. So what I've done in advance is I've opened up most of the cans that I need to open, and I prepared 2 boxes of basically stovetop stuffing mix. And I just did that with super hot water out of my tap and melted butter. I mixed it up. I put a cover on it, and it's sitting off to the side because we don't need it just yet. We're going to build the body of the casserole first. And that's going to involve canned chunk chicken, cream of celery, cream of chicken and herb, and canned mushrooms, and some frozen mixed vegetables. Okay, now that we have everything we need, I'm just going to open up the chicken because I haven't done that in advance, so we want to do that. I am going to drain off some of the liquid, and honestly, this is easy. It's a dump and go recipe. So here's 2 cans of chicken. I think that's not enough, so I'm probably going to do all 4. So let's just get in here real quick. That spatula is not going to do me any good. And if you're wondering where Rick is, he's off doing honeydew tasks because in the 2 years that I have been unable to do what I need to do around the house, he's been stepping in and doing what I would normally do. And then his things have kind of fallen by the wayside. So he's catching up on some of those things, and we're going to get those done. 2 cans of sliced mushrooms. And of course, you can make this from scratch. You can make your creamy bechamel sauce and use chicken bouillon powder and seasonings. But honestly, this is the way my mom made it, and this is the way that my dad likes it. So that's how I'm going to make it for him. This is definitely a quick, easy dump and go recipe that when you just want some comfort food on the table and you don't know what to make and you're tired, this is going to make your family happy. You're going to serve this up with a side salad and some biscuits or some rolls. Alternatively, you can use this filling as kind of a quasi chicken pot pie kind of thing, and you can put refrigerator biscuits on top. I mean, no one's going to complain about that, honestly. And this is Campbell's cream of chicken and herb. Now I know, y'all, some of you are going to tell me cream soups, canned cream soups, they're bad for you, they're gross. You know what? It's what I grew up with, and I'm still here to tell the tale. So And leaving some of the liquid from the chicken is going to help loosen up this whole filling. And I'm deciding if I want to add another can of soup. Honestly, don't think I need to. I think this is plenty. Now we're going to add some frozen mixed vegetables. This is carrots, green beans, corn, and peas. I love having these in my freezer because they go in a lot of things. They go in minestrone, they go in beef barley soup, they go in chicken and dumplings, they go in chicken and stuffing bake, they go in just about anywhere you want to add vegetables. It's going to be perfect. So I've added about a pound from a 2-pound bag. I've added about half the bag. I'm going to come in here with some seasoning. Just a little bit, not a ton. I feel like you don't need a lot because the soup is already flavorful. But you know, I always have to add a little something something. So I think we're going to go with onion powder, garlic powder. My dad, we always joke that my dad thinks oatmeal is too spicy, so we are not adding any pepper here or anything like that. But I am going to add garlic. Just measure with your heart. It's fine. This is home style cooking at its best, people. This is, I mean, I probably do have a more accurate recipe that I will share down below, but honestly, this is how I cook most of the time from memory, from the way that my mom cooked. And I know that if you all grew up having a mom like that, you know what I'm talking about. Us Gen Xers, I turned 60 on my last birthday. So, you know, us Gen Xers, I like to say we were raised on hose water and neglect. We went outside when this, you know, after breakfast, and we were told to come home before the lights came on, the street lights came on. And, you know, that's just how we lived our life. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and clean this up a little bit, and then I'm going to come back and we're going to show you how we build out these individual chicken and stuffing bakes for my dad. All right, I've got everything ready. I took care of all my mess that I made, and now I want to get 6 casseroles out of this in advance. While I was doing that, I prepared the little lids that go on these. These are 2-pound foil to go containers, and I bought these. I think I bought these from Webstaurant Supply, and I will double check that and leave a link down below. They are a little pricey on their shipping, and if you need less than what I bought, a whole case. I don't remember. I think there were 500 or maybe more in the case that I bought, but you know that'll last me a long time, and I'm making these for my dad a lot. So, you can buy smaller amounts of this type of container on Amazon. So I'll find a couple of links and leave them for you. But right now we're going to fill these up. I want to make sure that I get an even amount in each one. So I'm kind of going to scoop 1 scoop per pan until the mixture is gone. And if I find that the pans are getting a little too full, then we'll adjust and maybe we'll add another pan or something. And now we're going to divide the stuffing the same way we divided the filling. So I'm going to go with 1 good scoop right in the middle with my impeccably clean hands. Well, everybody has a scoop. I'm going to go in with another scoop because it's stuffing and everybody loves stuffing. Just kind of push the other scoop to the side, and then we're going to spread it out with a fork. And for those of you who are new, you might not know this, but my mom passed away in 2019, and my dad has done kind of a fabulous job of kind of fending for himself. But I know that my mom would want me. He lives just a couple blocks away from me. Okay, so we want to make sure he's got what he needs. Now, he is fully capable and he does cook for himself. But lately, he hasn't been feeling well. I want to make sure he has things. In fact, the other day, he actually asked me, can you bring me some food? Okay, so now I'm just going to put these lids on. That is right now 6 beautiful, ready to bake chicken and stuffing casseroles ready for my dad to put in his freezer, take out whenever he wants one. I've got the baking instructions right there on that. He doesn't use this big oven, he uses a toaster oven, and these fit perfectly inside a toaster oven. So here's the deal. If you're a single person, but you would like the opportunity to freezer bank, this is the way to go. If you are a couple, you can definitely pivot this, and you can make these in an 8-inch square casserole or foil pan. And what I like to do with those is cover them with either the lid that it came with. I prefer the flat lid for freezing because it inhibits a lot of crystallization on the top. Or you can wrap it tightly with foil and then put it inside of a 1-gallon freezer bag, and that's going to last in your freezer up to 3 months. If you vacuum seal it after it's completely frozen, it's going to last an additional 3 months, up to 6 months to a year if you do that. So you want to freeze them completely, and then you're going to want to bring them out and vacuum seal them if you have a vacuum sealer, and then you can put them back in the freezer, and it's going to last you up to a year. So that is how I make my dad chicken and stuffing bake individual casseroles for him to have in his freezer. I hope that you like this video. I hope that you like this style of video. Let me know down in the comments how you feel about it. I know Rick wasn't here to interact with me, but because sometimes we're all busy doing other things, this may become more of a thing in the future. So I can just drop what I'm doing and make what I'm going to make. So I hope you give this a try, and I hope that you love it. And until next time, I'll see ya.